chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He was with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean for...
Welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. And today, I bring my boy, Mr. Crockpot, back on the set today to enjoy and talk some birds with the nation. How you doing today, my guy?
Dude, thank you. For the first time you invited me on, I was like super ecstatic. But the second time you invite me, that's when I think you did something right. So I am jacked up. How can you not be jacked up to talk shop after that intro, man? That was straight fire, man. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm glad you like it, guy. What up, Jinx? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for stopping in. Jordy Fighter, what up, my guy? To all you guys out there watching, much love, and let's have a great show today, my guy. So, we're going to do a little something different on the show today. We got a little bit of a we're at the half here. You guys help to let us know who has the better blitz team with our current Eagles roster. So, I'm going to let Mr. Crockpot explain a little bit better to you guys. I'm new to it myself. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right. Are we making picks now? Ready to go? We're doing it, man?
Picks.
All right. We're making picks. All right. So NFL Blitz is near and dear to my heart. I grew up playing it on the N64 on PlayStation. We haven't seen one come out since like the 360 days. With all the crap that Madden's getting, I thought, like you said, it would be fun to go back to NFL Blitz, a game that is just so much fun to play. So we're doing 8 versus 8 on offense and defense. So me and him are going to have 16 players on a team, and I've got the number 1 pick, and I got to go with, I'm sorry, Randall, I'm going Jalen Hurts with my first selection here. You got to go Jalen Hurts. If you ever play NFL Blitz, you need a quarterback that can roll out of the pocket and just cause chaos. Jalen Hurts is my guy. You need a guy that can roll out of the pocket, throw deep, scramble for 10 yards in that first down. Jalen Hurts is my guy. What's your pick?
Well, I guess you kind of made it. You made it up for me. I need a quarterback, so I'm going to have to go with Flacco.
Okay.
I'm going to go Flacco. Because I don't want Nick Mullins, and I don't want you having Flacco as a reserve player end up getting messed up.
Love it. All right. All right. So why don't you go next? You get back-to-back picks. So since I went first, let's do it snake style. Is that cool, man? So you go next.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to go with Miles Sanders, baby, because you got to have a run, and he is the best back on the roster. Miles Sanders will be my pick there, my guy.
All right. Miles Sanders goes to Randall with Joe Flacco. So I'll go back-to-back here. I believe in building through the trenches. I grew up watching Jim Johnson football, baby. My first pick, I'm going to go on the offensive line and go Brandon Brooks. And then on the defensive line, I'm going my guy, Fletcher Cox.
Oh,
I love it,
that's
love it, love it.
rough. Okay, I got you. I'm going Josh Sweat and Lane Johnson.
Wait, what'd you go with? I'm sorry, I lost you, man.
I'm going Josh Sweat.
Ooh.
Josh Sweat and Lane Johnson.
Josh Sweat and Lane Johnson to Randall. I love it. All right, so I see the trend here. We're going to build through the trenches. Is that how it's going to be here? All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with the first running back, with the first wide receiver. I'm going to go Devontae Smith for my first pick, and I'm going to go. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta get to the quarterback. I'm going Brandon Graham with my next selection there. You're up, bro.
Okay, so I'm going Quez Watkins.
Woo!
And Darius Big Play Slay.
There it is. There it is. Darius Slay and Watkins is off the board. Oh, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jason Kelsey with my next pick, and I will go. Damn it! Where do I go? Where do I go? Yeah, I'm gonna go Steve Nelson. Steve Nelson there, rounding out the defense. What about you, man?
You got Brooks Kelsey. I'm gonna go Maya Lotta.
Nice pick.
And Jalen Rager.
Nice. All right. Slim pickings now at wide receiver. I'm gonna go Dallas Goedert here for my next pick. Where do I go with defensive line? You got, yeah, I'll go Ryan Kerrigan. I need a vet, another vet presence on this defensive line. That defensive line is sick. What about you, man?
I'm gonna go Hargraves.
Woo!
And Hargrave. And I'm gonna go with Barnett.
All right, Hargrave and Derek Barnett. Gotcha, man. I gotcha. Where do I go now? Now we're like getting into the nitty gritty here. I got my tight end. Where do I go with wide receivers? Yeah, I gotta do it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. Let's go Anthony Harris at safety.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Anthony Harris at safety, and then I'm gonna go a linebacker. I'm gonna go Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson for me.
okay. Where am I at? I'm gonna go Singleton
Okay.
and McPherson.
Nice. All right, Alex Singleton and Zach McPherson.
Yeah.
All right. This is where it gets hard.
What up, Slay? Jay.
What should I do? I got to think for a second. This is where it gets hard. Yeah, why not? Why the hell not? I'm going Landon Dickerson.
Oh, next pick.
I'm going to round out my and then I'm going to get a running back, and I'm going to this might be a surprise, but I think in NFL blitz rules where like receiving is a big deal in NFL blitz, I'm going to go Kenny Gainwell with my running back.
Oh.
You're up, man.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I guess I have to go Isaac Malu.
Okay.
That'd probably be the best lineman. And Rodney McDowell.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I'm going to throw I'm going to just round out my defense here. I'm going to go Kayvon. And then Avante. Avante Maddox. Give me some versatility there. You're up, man.
Well, I guess I gotta go Ertz.
Okay.
And
last pick, safety. You don't even need. You can pick a corner, but you can throw a cornerback back there. I don't care what you do.
I'm trying to think who's left to play that corner spot. Let's go Mike Epps. Let's put Epps back there.
I like
you got
it.
Kayvon already.
All right, Mike Epps. And then last pick, wide receiver. You know I got to do this. My guy, he caught a touchdown today in the back of the end zone. I'm going my boy Greg Ward. Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh.
I've got a stretch guy in Devontae. I've got route running out the wazoo with Devontae and Greg Ward. I'm good with that. So that's our teams, man. What do you think?
I like it. It worked out pretty good. I feel like we got a lot of athleticism on the team. And, you got some better trench players, though. That's for sure.
I don't know about that,
Big
man.
Mooch? Thanks for stopping in, my guy. Much love.
I like your skill guys. I like the speed of Watkins and Rieger in the NFL blitz game, especially Sanders. And I like Mailata and Lane Johnson on your ends there at tackle. That is very, very solid. Hargrave and Sweat is nothing to joke around about. You got the best cornerback. I mean, I like it, man. I'm pretty high. The fact that I got Jalen and Devontae, I'm really happy about on my squad because that's what I'm most excited about. That duo. Yeah.
There, man. And then I got Flacco throwing the ball.
So yeah. Should we throw this on Twitter and have people vote on who has the better team?
We definitely need to throw that on Twitter.
It'd be really, really fun. Really, really fun.
Yeah, throw that on Twitter, and then I'll even retweet it. And we'll see if we play this on Blitz, who do you guys think will win?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Lane Johnson pick is the one that he's just nasty. Man, that guy would throw everybody into like every single wrestling move you could ever imagine. He'd be spearing people. He would be pile driving everybody. Like Lane Johnson is like the quintessential Eagle for NFL Blitz, I think.
Yeah, Lane Johnson. Maybe even a linebacker. Singleton. Singleton's probably give him some extra on the game since he played with us last year. That's what I'm hoping.
All right, man.
And Darius Slay should pick some balls too. Yeah, man. Sorry, my internet is really acting up right now. We got played at in the last show too. Paying a line and then what's up?
Dude. Sorry, man. I can't hear you. Broken up.
You can't hear me?
No.
Man, I'm sorry. We definitely got to reschedule. My internet has been horrible today.
Hey, man, it happens. It happens.
Hey, JC said he likes your team.
Let's go.
Flacco. Well, what was I gonna do? Pick Mullins?
No, you got to get the second quarterback. There's no question. I mean, Flacco's not terrible. He's got a big arm. I mean, I think he definitely has, some deep ball ability in NFL blitz, and that's really what it is. Just drop back. Just throw it in the air, man. He could do that.
Now, what do you think about the joint practice this week so far?
Again, this is the curse of what I'm nervous about is, the Eagles dominated joint practices again versus the Jets, just like they did against the New England Patriots. And what are we going to see tomorrow? Friday. What are we going to are we going to see a repeat of what we saw on Friday? I'm a little nervous about that, and rightfully so. But you got to be ecstatic. You got to be ecstatic with the way Jalen Hurts is continually trending upward. You got to be ecstatic with the way he's, getting the tight ends involved in that middle of the field. That's something he struggled with so much last year. We've heard that again and again. We haven't really seen it that much in the game, although we had that awesome completion in the first game to Dallas Goedert on the sideline. That's a major, major positive, major development for Jalen Hurts. Having chemistry with guys is everything for a young quarterback, and I think you've seen it. Quez Watkins is showing out. Greg Ward had a touchdown today. I mean, everybody knows. You saw that catch by Devontae Smith last week where he just blew up the guy with an amazing route to the sideline. That was just an incredible route. When's the last time you saw a member of the Philadelphia Eagles at wide receiver do something like that? Like Jeremy Maclin, we haven't had a guy that can beat a defender off the line of scrimmage like Devontae Smith. So I don't know what we're going to see in this preseason number 3 game on Friday. I have some thoughts about that. However, you got to be excited, man. I definitely was it for me. I try to look at things objectively. You saw last week, it was the story of the game was, wow, they're weak. They have no depth, absolutely no depth. The injury bug starts to happen, and this team is going to struggle significantly. I see it both ends. On one end, I would love to see Jalen Hurts get a quarter in with Devontae, with Dallas Goedert, get some reps, get that chemistry going. On the other end, dude, what are we doing here? It's preseason. At the end of the day, we can't go into this season with Joe Flacco at quarterback. That is definitely a real concern with the depth of this team. So it's a double-edged sword. If Jalen Hurts plays, really, what does preseason do? All it does is for fans, it's confirmation bias. At the end of the day, it's about getting the W week 1. So not to play politician, but I'm on both ends. But like what I'm hearing in joint practices, the Eagles are dominating yet again. You'd love to hear that. Let's just see it in games. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait to the regular season.
Yeah, man, we're gonna wait. We're gonna be waiting. But like you said, I love what we are hearing out there. You know what I'm saying? We're hearing our offenses, defense starters are dominating, you know? And yes, the second team's doing good with the offense because those who are really playing, the first and second streamers are the ones playing in these joint practices against the Jets that we were playing against the Patriots and stuff like that. Now, yes, we are seeing third and fourth team players play in these preseason games. But like I listened to the coach, you know, like he said, we like already played 7 preseason games, you know what I'm saying? Because he looks at these joint practices as real games, you know. He gets to work his schemes. He gets to, you know, work these players as if it was really a game scenario. So, and the other team doesn't get any tape on it. So I really like that side of it too. You know, and like the players said, Miles Sanders, like the first team's, you know, repping out tough reps, you know, 2-3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Both joint practices, you know, they're working their butts off. You know, they're going against the first team on the other team. So it's like, why do they need to go 3 games in a row? You know, 3 days in a row. You know, 2 days worth of it is good. Let the guys that you got to be evaluating get the preseason game and move on from there. You know what I'm saying? They got plenty of time before game 1.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with letting the guys build that chemistry off the field. So it is what it is, man. This is what we're dealing with. At the end of the day, like you saw it. You saw how bad the depth is on this team, and that's not my Eagles. And that being
It's like
said,
really how far is the depth? Or you got to realize the depth that we did see that was bad. A lot of those players not even going to make the team, you know? Like a lot of those players that we seen on the field that game that was so trash, they're not even going to be on the team anyway. If you look at our first 2 are really the depth you really got to worry about. The first 2, you know, streams, and maybe some of them third streamer guys you want to be okay. But if we look at the game, you know, we're at, 80 players, and we got to go down to 53. So about 27 of those players are not even going to be here anymore, you know, come the regular season. So I still think our depth in terms of the first 2 streams is still looking pretty good there. You know, because those are the guys that are actually out there making some plays. I'm happy to finally see Travis Fulgham do something because we haven't seen him done nothing all, and he made some really good catches there today. What else? Like you said, Greg Ward got a touchdown, but Devontae Smith continues to light him up with the footwork, man. Like he's looking really, really smooth again today. And man, people are gonna have to watch out for that guy.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I think you're at the point where like anything under 900 yards, 5 touchdowns, like 60 to 70 catches would be a disappointment for this guy. This guy's going to have major volume in terms of targets. He's going to be just incredible. Just keep him healthy. Keep Jalen Hurts healthy because that's going to be kind of like the number 1 ticket this year. So love what I'm seeing from Devontae Smith. I mean, that is – I can't believe I don't have his jersey yet. What am I doing? I'm so like – I have the worst history, Randall, when it comes to current players' jerseys. Like,
me too.
You not like the second I buy that jersey, that player's gone. Like the next within 12 months, his ass is out, and I'm like, that has been just a pattern. Not just Eagles, but Phillies, Sixers, you name it. And I'm so like it's beaten me to death so bad that now I just like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy like a Dawkins or a Trot jersey. I'm going to be happy, but that's the reality. I'm a bad luck charm when it comes to
I
buying.
stick with the vets. You know what I'm saying? The vets has actually did enough to even if they leave, like my Deshaun Jackson, my Nick Foles.
Yeah, nice.
You know, I got Shady McCoy. These guys are old school. You know, where they done did enough on our team to still have the jersey and represent it well. So, you know, I do need to get me a Hurts jersey. I want one. I want one of those number 1 jerseys. And you never know. I'm gonna try to get me a Devontae or at least a Quez Watkins jersey. Depending on who does the best this year. Because they're
I
both
would,
gonna be here for a while. And
you
right
think
now, man,
so?
yeah, I think both of them gonna be there for a while. And Quez Walker's still on his rookie deal. And he's like today. I was so excited. Like I've been telling people, Quez Watkins will be a starter, and
Hmm.
nobody wants to believe me. Everybody's like, maybe he'll make the team. Maybe he'll be our fourth, fifth receiver. I'm like, guys, have you guys not? I watched this guy in off season go out there and tear it up. He's been lighting it up since the day one he been in camp. And I made the video quest for the 3 because at that time everybody was like he might not make the team, but at least he made. I was like, okay, I guarantee he'll be our third best receiver. And then I even switched it up on my last video about Quez Watkins. Like, I think he got a chance to be the starter even above Devontae Smith. Smith is just a
Woo!
rookie. You know, he's
Yeah.
just a rookie at the end of the day. He's still another rookie. He does, Quez does have a little bit more experience because he played last year. Devontae Smith didn't. And Quez got that Tyreek Hill speed, and his route running is good right now. So, as you see, Quez is making the highlight reels catches out there.
Yeah.
And I think that, it wouldn't even be a bad thing. What are you really saying if you're saying he starts over Devontae Smith? That they're both going to be out in the field at the same time. They're both going to be doing their thing. So it's not really that big of a deal, I don't see. And I don't think that'd be that big of a difference, whichever one's starting. We already all know that him, Quez Watkins, Devontae Smith, and Rager are going to get a lot of balls each, this year. And they're going to be a very hard. I call them the young guns. You know what I'm saying? You add Goddard and Sanders in there. You got Young Guns 3 or 4, whatever Young Guns. I forgot when Young Guns stopped their little series. But, that's the next Young Guns out there, man. And they're going to tear it up this year.
Yeah, I think Quez is the biggest story. Like Quez is easily. We talked about how Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith are just everything this year, but Quez is one of those breakout candidates, just like we talked about and raved about Josh Sweat during the last time I was on this show. Quez Watkins, what is he, and what is his ceiling? Because everyone expected him to be that Y guy, be just a burner, be a A to B on the sideline kind of dude. This guy is flashing a lot when it comes to attacking the ball at its catch point, getting contested balls downfield. We haven't seen it yet during games in the preseason. We saw it during practice one time during that public practice. But what is Quez Watkins? Who is he? Will the real Quez Watkins stand up? Because we haven't seen a player like Quez Watkins, a Philadelphia Eagle mostly, make this monumental step forward, positive in his development. So it's kind of like, I don't want to overreact to preseason. I don't want to overreact to training camp. We've been bit so many times. I'll even go back to like Nate Aloa, who was like the best looking running back in Eagles training camp history, and he was a bum. So there's so many examples. LJ Smith looked great in pads. What did he really do?
Hey, LJ wasn't that bad now.
He wasn't that bad. But you know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like stay low key with my expectations with my heart and my brain and everything in between. So yeah, I do think that Quez Watkins and who he is as a wide receiver is like such a fun storyline this year.
Yeah, and I'm on the opposite. I'm like, we all need to be on board and think that this guy's about to break some records, baby. Because all the skepticism
I love it.
is what keeps this. It keeps we're fans first. And all that energy, all of us are all putting the same energy in the same direction. Then you never know. It up this year. They might go out there and tear it up all year long because we all believe that they can do it. We all got to believe too. Send that positive energy that way. and you never know what can happen. You know, we might end up with 3,000-yard receivers this year. Who knows?
You know, the Eagles haven't had a 1,000-yard wide receiver since like what, J-Mac?
Yeah,
Since,
but
like,
that year
been a
Carson
decade.
had what, 500-yard plus receivers?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's the mystery, right? That is the mystery, the excitement of this team is don't trust anything you saw in the preseason from Nick Sirianni. They run a vanilla offense. Same for Jonathan Gannon on defense. You didn't see any stunts. You barely saw any movement on either line. And that is something that is everything we're going to see moving forward. You saw it with the Colts. I think you're going to see a lot of that on this team this year. So, like I said, there's an element of mystery of what we're going to see week one. I don't know what to expect. And I want to stay even keel. You know, I've been burnt so many times, man. I'm an older fan, man. I've seen it all. And I've been through it. I've been through the hype. I've been through the 11 out of 10 hype, you know, with the Philadelphia Eagles. But when it comes to like analyzing this team, I get it, man. I'm excited for you that you're this hype. But I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in the middle.
I've been watching the Birds for a long time, since Randall Cunningham days, man. I understand what everybody says. The back and forth. I watched the team struggle. I've watched the team win. I'm just telling you from what I know is we are super duper talented. We got youth in the right spots. We got veterans in the right spots. And we got an exciting new coach that if he does what he says he's going to do, you know, if this playbook is really as awesome as he says it is, that he has to protect it with his life till game one, then I am super excited, you know, because I hear the players talk about it. It's not like you only hear the coach talk about it, but then the players are like, well, you know, saying something totally different. Like, they're both on the same page with this, you know what I'm saying? The players are saying these joint practices are like preseason games. The coach is saying these joint practices like the preseason game. The players are saying, like, oh, they're super excited and can't wait to play this new system that we have with all the new formations and all the new, you know, plays that we're going to be running. And the coach is saying he's protecting these awesome new formation and plays and stuff like that. So it's like, all we can do is go be happy and be excited with them. You know, they're excited. I'm excited. And I don't think it's like the years before. I think the Birds are going to go out there and lay it to smack it down on everybody's candy ass.
I love it, bro. I absolutely love it, man. Yeah, I mean, there's reasons to be positive. I mean, there's definite for the first time in, I don't know, like when's the last time you had positive Eagles vibes with this squad? It's been a while. So you look at the way the Sixers season ended, you look at the way the Flyers season ended, you look at the collapse of the Phillies right now. I totally am on board with some glass half full Eagles stuff. So we'll see, man. We will see a lot of the stuff when it comes to Jalen Hurts. I don't doubt his talent whatsoever. It's all about this. It's all about him being able to make the right reads, being able to, you know, go through his progressions. It's all about the offensive line staying healthy. You know, how many times has that happened? It's all about that defensive line staying healthy. If healthy, that rotation is going to be sick. But we've been burnt before. Will Fletcher Cox be consistent this year? I'm excited about the secondary. That's one area that I think is a major improvement that a lot of people aren't talking about enough. Steve Nelson, Darius Slay, Anthony Harris, Ronnie McLeod when he comes back. I think we've got some playmakers for once. So I'm really excited about that. Moving Avante is a major positive back to the slot in nickel, all that kind of stuff where he thrives the most. There are positives. However, your wide receiver core is 22, 23, 24 years old. Like, they're super young. So just as much positivity there is with the Eagles, there's just as many question marks. So I want to stay in that middle ground. Just like JC Eagles Talk is making fun of me, I'm going to give that politician response.
Right. But it's like, that's not a negative. Like I said, like in terms of, I want my skilled position players to be young, and fast and hungry. You know, they all got something to prove. They all want to show that they weren't bust or they weren't, they're supposed to have been where they at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Miles Sanders want to show that he's not, this terrible running back that everybody think he is. Because I personally think he's a top 5 back given the opportunity. You got Devontae Smith saying he can make it a whole season because everybody knows the talent is there. He is electrifying, and I can't name 3 corners that I can say for sure that's going to be able to guard him this year. You know what I'm saying? The way he's cutting in and out of those breaks. You got Quez Watkins with that Tyreek Hill speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can't cover that. There's not that many cornerbacks out there fast enough to keep up with that. You're going to have to back it off. And once you back it off, you're going to have Rager cutting over the middle. You're going to have Goddard cutting in the middle. Smith cutting in the middle. What's his name? Ertz cutting in the middle. Man, you got Gainwell in the flat. There's just so much stuff. Like, I can't remember another team that the Eagles had that had all the 3 levels of the field that we have dangerous weapons for. We got running backs with Gainwell, Sanders, and Hurts running the ball. That's going to be electrifying and hard to stop. Then you like the middle of the field. You're going to have like Rager, Fulgham, Ertz, Goddard, all having the middle routes, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it hard for people to stop those things. Then you got your 3 deep threats in Rager, Smith, and Quez Watkins that's going to be able to stretch that defense out. Keep them defensive safeties and cornerbacks backed up the whole time. And it's going to make it hard for anybody to stop, We usually have one or the other, maybe 2 out of the 3, but we don't really ever really have all 3 that we have like we do now.
Yeah, it all comes back to Nick Sirianni. That is the reason why, well, other than being Howie Roseman's puppet, the reason he was brought in was to put guys like you just named in positions to succeed. Get those guys in space. Get them the ball, and let's see their speed. We didn't see that at all last year. That's what I'm excited about seeing. So can Nick Sirianni, first-time play caller, first-time head coach, get those guys in positions to win those battles? They're young. They're hungry. I am excited. What else can you say? So it's all about I love these joint practices. I love all of it between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. The response is, let's see it translate into games. That is what we want to see as Eagles fans. They haven't done it yet. Obviously, preseason is preseason. But I'm excited, man. I really do think there is reasons to be optimistic about this team. I'm still sticking around my win projection around in that 8 range because injuries. I'm just no. But I do think there's
don't feel like many injuries this year, because if you look at it, those really injury-prone years, we would have already had some major injuries already. You don't really have that many injuries right now. Of key players, that we were.
We lost Randall. My point about the injuries is, Randall was saying that we haven't seen big injuries yet. But what I'm talking about is week 1, week 2. It's a 17-week season this year. And, you look at the patterns of injuries we have seen from the Eagles. I can't just ignore that. And I have to think that there's eventually going to be injuries in and out all season long in a 17-game season. So that's a big reason why I'm saying 8. I'm not 100% sold on Jalen Hurts. I love what I'm seeing. I got to see it in games. I got to see it in games with Quez. I got to see it in games with Devontae. I've got to see it. There's a lot of things I need to see first. And this is a fluid situation, Randall. My take on the Eagles will be fluid. Every 4 games, I'm going to be objective, and I will not, step away from that. I think there's reason to be optimistic with the Eagles, but I also think there's reasons that, one injury to Brandon Brooks, one injury to Jordan Mailata, one injury to, Eric Wilson. Where are we at? And that there's major reasons. We're back at where we were a year ago, which is my nightmare. That I don't want that to happen, but I can't just ignore that.
But I think this last year didn't happen. That's why we're set up there. Because those young players that will be in this year have some game experience. And look at the draft good this year. You know, they have their backups. You got Landon Dickerson. Those are 3 solid linemen that if our top 3 linemen go, you know, they have in the game, you know, to come step in, and there shouldn't be that big of a drop. You know, you got guys. You know, you're not really sold on Hurts. Hurts has just been putting out highlight after highlight of dropping the ball where it needs to be on the run. You know, dimes. He's just dropping dimes everywhere, and he's taking off with the ball. You know, it's like he's been accurate in these practices. He hasn't been turning the ball over a lot in these practices. Like, yes, it is just practice. But even last year, if you go back, you've seen this fire. You know, people love playing for this guy. And he bombs and break. It's like, I don't know why people are still so skeptical on Hurts. I think he's going to be just fine this year. I even got him as a dark horse MVP. So, you know what I'm saying? The things that he can do, not a lot of quarterbacks in the league can do it. And not a lot of quarterbacks can do it at a high level like he can. So, you know, like you look at Lamar Jackson, he can't throw like that, you know, but Hurts put it up so that he can run for 100 yards without and for 50 yards. And again, the rest of the elite quarterbacks out there. So,
yeah, you look at defenses adjusting to Jalen Hurts last year. You look at his second half stats last year. They're not good, man. When the tape is out on Jalen Hurts, it's up to him now in his second year to make the adjustments. And what will we see this season? So there's a lot, you know, like I said, I talked about it. No one's doubting the talent. No one's doubting his ability to escape the pocket. No one's doubting his ability to move the chains with his legs. That's all amazing. The talent is there. It's about reading his progressions. It's about, you know, making the smart play, you know, with his checkdowns. It's about exposing all areas of the field, the middle of the field, which he truly struggled with last year. There are areas of Jalen Hurts' game that can go to the next level. His accuracy.
Struggle though. Think about it though. With no COVID,
no
off season, you know what I'm saying? No practice, you know, not even getting first team rec. Did he really struggle that bad with it last year? Everybody keep wanting to bring up the completion level. But if you look at every rookie season and that off season, he had, you know, training, you know, first team reps out there, and all some, you know, percentages as a rookie. So is he really that far off, that bad off? You know what I'm saying? Didn't have all they had full touchdowns rushing. You know what I'm saying? Like almost 1,000 yards. The wins weren't there, but you know that Washington game would have won if it was stated. That would have been 2 wins there. And these caused us to lose that Arizona game. And that shootout with Kyler Murray. So it's like he showed you guys that he got the talent to do the job. And he did all that with the B team. And in some spots the C team.
No one's doubting the talent of Jalen Hurts. You nailed it. To come into that mess of a situation was awful. His time in the pocket was barely 2 seconds. The worst in the league among quarterbacks in the 4 games. It's a too small sample size, Randall. That's the truth. That's the truth. The sample size is way too small. We don't know enough about Jalen Hurts as a franchise quarterback. And I agree. He's doing it in practice. He's doing it in joint practices. Let's see what happens in week 1. I'm not saying that I don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I am hopeful as you, but I want to say, like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying too, but I'm just like, you know, he's been out there training, you know.
It's practice. We're talking about practice, man.
Practice. He's been out there training himself, working on progression, you know. Colts have a problem with it. So everybody else that you don't expect.
Oh no, what's going on? Randall's breaking up on my end. Did he freeze? Did he freeze? I respect. I cannot wait to see Jalen Hurts strap it up this year. That is, if there's not, that is absolutely 100% the number one story for the Eagles this season is getting a full rep, getting a full sheet on Jalen Hurts and what he means for the Eagles as they move forward. I just put out for the painted 10 guys to look out for with the 2022 NFL draft. And, they have potentially four top picks in the second round between the first and second round. And will they need to make a decision about taking one of the top quarterbacks? Spencer Rattler is a major QB prospect. It would be everything, man. Like, I look at the needs of the Eagles. I look at defensive end. They need to add a quality starting defensive end. You look at quarterback, you look at cornerback, you look at safety. There's real depth in this draft coming up. And if Jalen Hurts shows that he is the guy, if Josh Sweat shows that he is a true starter on the defensive line, that's going to be an amazing story. Are you there, Randall? He's not there. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No. All right. If Jalen Hurts can show you that he's a guy, the fact that you're going to go into the 2022 season with all these picks and Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith with a full season under his belt and Quez Watkins, there's reason to be excited, but I'm in that camp where I want to say, show me, baby. We're talking about practice. Show me in the games, and then we can, get down to business. That's always been my take when it comes to training camp and preseason. So preseason is good. It's fun. It's all about confirmation bias. Believe me, if Jalen Hurts played every game, played 2 full halves in the first 2 preseason games, and he just balled out, I would be just going crazy about Jalen Hurts. But that's what this is. It's like preseason means truly nothing at the end of the day because they're not running anything in terms of scheme on offense or defense. At the end of the day, what does it mean? The pressure is going to go up big time. The defenses are going to blitz Jalen Hurts like crazy. I think he was the second most blitz quarterback in the league last year in the percentage in terms of how much he played. They're going to try and get to Jalen Hurts. They're going to try and make him throw errant passes. They're going to make him go through his progressions. They're going to try and confuse him. Like I said numerous times in the show, Jalen Hurts' talent is undeniable. It comes between the ears. And can he become that efficient quarterback? Can he become a guy that sees his progressions, makes his reads, and makes the smart check down, throws the ball away instead of playing hero ball like we saw with Carson Wentz? Can he be that guy? I think it's still out. I think the questions are still there. You back, Randall? Oh, no. All right.
Hello?
Maybe are you there, man?
Can you hear me?
I just heard. I can hear you.
Hear me now?
A little bit.
Yeah, man, internet is really messing up right now, man.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, man. It's all good.
They want to talk a little bit fast for now.
Hello? All right. I don't know what's happening. I guess if you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Crockpot, I am Dibes. I'm one of the partners for the Painted Lines. I run a podcast called Party on Broad. It's a ton of fun. All Eagles, all Sixers content. There, yo, what's up, man? Are you there?
Hey,
Yo, what's up, man?
I'm good. Yo, I'm here to cover for Randall, man. Bird Gang. Yo, some technical difficulties, but hey, you know how we all Eagles stick together, man,
I love it,
So,
man.
hey, I've been hearing you, man. Look, I've been hearing you. But the thing is this, with Jalen Hurts, everywhere he's been proven that he's a winner, period. All right, he didn't get benched because of injury. He got benched because of a couple bad plays. And then, everybody was saying Tua. If Tua wasn't his backup, he would have, Nick Saban would have just ran along with him. And, hey, they still probably would have won the championship with Jalen Hurts. But because of Tua, this high – matter of fact, they did have I believe a quarterback battle, right? Meant to start the season off, and Hurts won it. So it was one of those, back and forth type of things. So he didn't lose because, he was awful, or nothing like that. He lost because, hey, he had a couple bad plays, which in an SEC would kill you, would make you go from first to, 8-4 just like that. So, I mean, look, I didn't like the pick. I'll be the first one on record to say I did not like the Jalen Hurts pick when we draft him in the second round, because I feel like that we just paid a Carson Wentz 4 years, $130-something plus $million, and we should draft around him. But it didn't happen that way. So now, hey, I have no choice but to say, you know what, this is our guy. And I went back and watched his games in Alabama, Oklahoma. I'm telling you right now, he reminds me so much, oh my God, like so much of Russell Wilson. Like, he does not take sacks. Right? Last year, I've heard you said last year. Throw away last year because no training camp, no preseason. He just got thrown into the fire. Like the mother and the father arguing how we say, hey, play Jalen Hurts. Doug was like, no, I won't play Carson. So it was a toxic situation to begin with. And he still went in his first NFL game, and beat the number one defense at that time. So, I mean, his ceiling is that. Hey, he could throw for 300, rush for over 100, he could throw for 3-4 touchdowns, rush for 1 or 2 touchdowns. That's the ceiling. And we saw it last year without training camp, without mini camp, without, hey, you about to go in with the 1 week to prepare, if he even knew that he was going to be the starter. Because that whole week we was hearing about Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz. It was all over the news, ESPN, who's going to start this upcoming Sunday. And it was Jalen Hurts. So, like, who knows? So exactly. But the thing that got me so pumped up is this. These joint practices, look, I don't care about preseason. These joint practices are the preseason for the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's why the starters are not playing, because Nick is doing more behind closed doors than he's trying to show on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He don't want other teams to scheme for something that they have not seen. Yes, we do play the Jets this upcoming season, but ain't nobody afraid of the Jets. So you can show them whatever you want. Who cares? But if we was playing some real teams was playing this upcoming season, hell no. We probably would have done the exact same thing we do in the preseason behind closed doors. But since this is behind closed doors, we are 4-0. We're the champ. We undefeated and joint practices. We are kicking ass, taking names, offense, defense. You see these throws that Jalen Hurts is making. Quez Watkins is catching. Devonta Smith breaking ankles. Nasty. Nasty. So that's our potential. So I can't wait for September 12th when our first team offense, first team defense is out there. Lace them up. Let's see what's up. Until then, hey, I'm just going off the joint practices. Reporters saying, hey, Eagles is this. Eagles offense is that. Eagles, hey, Jalen Hurts is doing this. Rager is this. I mean, that's all I could go off of because the preseason we didn't see shit besides one or maybe one or two series. That's it.
Hey, thank you, JC, for coming in and helping me out there, guy. My internet is tripping right now. I'm gonna have to call up and find out what's going on. But I think I got it now. I'm outside with my, 5G working. So I'm back. You know what
Hey,
I'm
you
saying?
look good, man. Hey, I can leave now, man. Hey,
Yeah,
I just came in, hey, one pitch, hey, one inning pitch, I'm good.
there
All
you
right,
go.
man.
All right, my
Hey,
guy.
hey, later, man.
Later. But yeah, man, like you said though, like JC basically said, man, we just all gotta just go off of what we have seen. And everybody's like, well, they haven't seen this, they haven't seen that. But we have been seeing it over the last 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We have been seeing the talent. We have been seeing the big plays. We have been seeing the stuff that we should be seeing if you're a really good, going to be a good football team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand everybody wants to see it in a regular season game first before they get super excited, But like I tell everybody, we've always been a good team. You know what I'm saying? They got to stop letting last year control their emotions. And I think a lot of people are doing that. They're letting last year's control their emotions when in reality is we've been a good team the last 15 years. You know what I'm saying? We won a Super Bowl 5 years ago or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We've been to the playoffs numerous of years back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like that we have it's not like we don't have nothing backing us up to support why we should be a good team, you know. But we do have that down season last year that everybody is tripping off of, and everybody think now we are rebuilding. We're in rebuild mode. We're in whatever mode, and that I don't really feel like that's really the case. Those veterans that got hurt last year, you don't think they're super hungry to prove this year that it was all just a fluke and that we're going to be back being a dominant team that we've been before. They're you know what I'm saying? That they lit the fire on us way too early in the off season for us to be a failure this year, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Even the players, you got to look at the players that did play last year. They got embarrassed last year. You know what I'm saying? They were embarrassed. People are like, 4 games, you guys shouldn't even be out on the football field. You know what I'm saying? So I think they all got fires lit underneath them. And that was the real reason why that talent that we're seeing that's showing in these joint practices and inside the highlights that we've been seeing, it's going to carry on to the season. And we're going to make a lot of big plays and be one of the best offenses and defenses in the league this year. And everybody's sleeping on the Birds this year.
What have they shown you to make you believe that? So you're going off
joint
of
practice. They showed me a lot now in the
joint
preseason.
practice. All right. Joint practice.
But listen. Like I said before, Nick is telling you that the joint practices are his preseason game. He's been coming out there telling you that because that's the only place he's been able to actually, show these things. That's the only place he's been actually able to run his schemes and, JG running their blitzes and stuff like that. It's inside these joint practices that everybody's not really seeing. And that's why we're on the other side. There's so many people on the other side where we're not seeing it. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, we ain't seen it, but he's seeing it. The reporters there are seeing it. Everybody's been in there.
If I don't see it with my own 2 eyes, I'm not believing it. I'm sorry. I'm not.
But
like if I don't literally see, you saw 4 games last year where defenses adjusted, and I'm not blaming Jalen Hurts. I think I did a pod on him and I graded him like a B+ from his performance last year. I was very positive on Jalen Hurts. You look at his second half stats when his accuracy, the interceptions, he got destroyed when defenses took him for real in the second half. And that is not his fault. That is not his fault. But what are we talking about here? We're talking about 4 games and joint practices. That's my only stance on saying that Jalen Hurts has a lot to prove. And I'm not going to just say, he's going to be great. I want to see it first.
Yeah, but then you got to think, too, before Jalen Hurts even got in the game last year, defenses already knew what plays we were running. On offense and defense, they already knew what plays we were coming with because of the coaching. That stuff's gone. You know what I'm saying? He put the fire into last year at the last 4 games. It was his skill along with that B team that put the fire back in our team and had people give some kind of hope. Hell, we could have almost even went to the playoffs. So it's like, yes, that the scheme that Dougie P and those guys were running was garbage. They knew it. And look what he did in that garbage scheme. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you got to look at it on both sides of the table. It's like, okay, yeah, you can say that they were picking up on him. Were they really picking up on Jalen Hurts? Or were they already knew what plays we were going to run? So that means he was just going to be less successful on some of those plays because the defense already knew what plays we were running. You know what I'm saying? We ran the same plays. It's not like they totally changed up the offense when the guy got in there and was like, oh, this is what we're going to do with Jalen Hurts. We were still running the same garbage plays. We were just executing them at a higher level.
Hey, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I don't know what else to say beyond that. We will see. We will see. I'm just we're going to beat we are going to beat the Eagles. Niners. One of my co-hosts for our podcast is a huge Niners fan. We just did a fantasy football draft last night. He loves him some Niners.
Fantasy football, baby. Yeah, this fantasy season. What's your team look like?
Oh, should I share my screen? I've got I had the number 1 pick. I went Christian McCaffrey. Hold on. Let me just bring this up. I gotta go soon. I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
Give me 1 second while I get this loaded up. I think I did pretty well. I think I did pretty well. Here we go. But this is my only team this year. And by the way, the name of my fantasy football team, so don't call me a hater, is Hurts Locker. So literally my team is named after Jalen Hurts. The proof is in the pudding sometimes, man. I want to see it in games. I don't want to see it in joint practices. I'm tired of reading about his play from Bleeding Green Nation and Philly Voice and all that stuff. I want to see it go down. Can you share my team?
It's coming, but he's making sure until the game first comes out that you will continue to hear his improvements. You will continue to see some kind of plays, regardless if it's joint practice or even in the limited role that he did play inside the preseason. You've seen the bomb to Quez. You know what I'm saying? That Quez should have caught. Someone's
calling me a Carson Wentz apologist, man. I was so ready to get that guy out of town, man. You don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's great. But anyway, I'm excited. We'll see. I'm gonna call out Jalen Hurts when he makes mistakes. I'm gonna call him out when he makes great plays. That's just how I am as a fan. So.
Yeah, and we're Philly fans, so everybody knowing that team that we're gonna call them out if they start being garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what we do. And like you hear me saying, fan side 17-0, reality content creator is like a 12-5 record. But at the same time, we get week 6 at 2-4. I'm gonna be talking some mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be backtracking on a lot of the stuff I'm talking about now, because if I don't see it, I don't see it too. I understand that point. But what I have been seeing, I'm very excited. And I think everybody should be very excited and hope that we become this dominant team that we're looking like we're shaping up to be.
Hope so. Yeah. That is the best quote. I love that comment. That is so great. Another Wentz apology. He didn't even hear what I had to say about Jalen Hurts at all, apparently.
Yeah, what do you think? Okay, just give me your first breakdown, the first 6 games.
Oh, I have to look at the schedule. I gotta go. I can't stay for much longer. I gotta head out.
Okay, we'll close it up here.
Yeah, hold on. I can look up the schedule real quick. I don't have it off the top of my head.
Well, I know it's Atlanta game 1, San Francisco game 2, Tampa Bay game 3, Carolina. No, Dallas game 3, Carolina, and then Kansas City.
All right, let's go. Eagles win against Atlanta. Like I said, I'm really optimistic about that Nick Sirianni offense. I don't know what to expect. No one knows what to expect. I think the Eagles are going to shock some people. We go 1-0. 49ers, they're coming to our house. That is a good sign. I'll go Eagles 2-0. Let's get the W against the Niners. I'm not sold on the Niners. At the Dallas Cowboys is going to be interesting. I don't know. I'm like, as much as I'm unsure about the Eagles this year, I'm unsure about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not a believer in them, but they're just like the Eagles. Their swing numbers are crazy. They could be anywhere from really good to really bad, just like the Eagles. So I'll go Eagles lose. We're at 2-1. Chiefs, we're not beating the Chiefs. Panthers, my boy Matt Rule. I'm a Temple guy, and I love me some Matt Rule. That's a tough one. I'm going to say Eagles win. We go to 3-2. And then
Tampa Bay.
What's that?
And then you forgot Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and then Tampa Bay, I'll say we lose just because Tampa Bay. So 3-3. If we're 3-3, if we're JC Eagles talk just said 3-3. If we're Eagles 3-3 at that point in the game, that is a major success. I think. I'm good.
The rest of the schedule kind of lightens up until the back end against the division team. So, hey, I'm hoping we 4-2 or 6-0 in the first 6 games. You know what I'm saying? That's my little range. 3-3 will be decent too, because I feel like we'll still be able to win the division and still be able to, get to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? If we make it to the playoffs, it's house money, baby. Anything can go. But hey, man, thanks again for coming on BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. I am so sorry my internet has been acting up so crazy, but I promise you we're going to have to do it again during the season and when I get this internet situation figured out, though. But hey, much love to all you guys in the chat. Man, thanks for hanging in there with me. JC Eagle Talk for jumping on here trying to cover for your boy. While I got back on stream. Much love to all you guys. Please hit that like and then subscribe to my guy here. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Crockpot, go ahead and give them a breakdown where they can find you and where they can get you at.
Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. You can call me Dibes. I run the Painted Lines YouTube channel. I have a podcast called Party on Broad. We break it down, Sixers and Eagles. I've got another podcast called The Suit Up Geeks where we talk about Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Disney, movie reviews, TV reviews, all that fun stuff. I've got Mark Schofield coming out shortly to talk about breaking down Jalen Hurts, one of the best quarterback gurus there is, period, out there. That's coming out soon. I want to say thank you for letting me join, man. Let's do it again.
All right, sounds good. And don't forget to tweet that so I can retweet our teams. After you hit that like, go on Twitter and figure out who got the better blitz team. Is it Team Crockpot or Team BIRDGANG? Because we both got some very good players and very good situations. So, I do give them the edge with having Jalen Hurts. But I think, I made it up in some areas myself too, then luck of the draw.
I told you, I gave you the number one pick. You didn't want it.
You did. I'm not hating on it. You did give me the option. But hey, you know what I'm saying? And you guys go over there on Twitter, vote on that, and we're going to see who everybody thinks has the better blitz team. And don't just vote his because of Jalen Hurts. Nah, just do what you want to do. I don't care. You guys check me out. I'll be on here. I'm going to get this internet fixed. So by my next live, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to be back up and rolling good just as always. So like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. And until next time, this was BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. I am BIRDGANG 31, and we are out. Peace.